Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode. I was just at my painting desk here finishing up a few projects, and I wanted to take a few minutes out and talk about an upcoming painting competition here in Perth, WA. So what's coming up is the Iron Signet. You might have heard me talk about it a few times on the show already, particularly on the HMG podcast. It gets mentioned pretty much every hobby update leading up to it. So what is the Iron Signet? The Iron Signet is an open category painting competition that's run every year, mostly by Iron Signet, and there's a bit of an overlap between the Iron Signet team and the Westoz Miniature Painter admin group. So the event has three categories. It has an under 18s division, an open category or open division, which is basically you've never won a painting competition before, and then the last category is people who have won a painting competition before. That's pretty much it. What that means is that when you submit an entry, the entry is judged on its own merits and in people who are of loosely a similar skill level. In addition to that, there is no limitations on what you can actually submit. You could submit terrain and an entire 6x4 table as your entry. You could also submit an entire army as one entry, or you could submit each individual model as their own separate entry. There's no limit to the number of entries an individual can put forward, and there's also as I said, there's no size limitations to your entry. Each entry, I think off the top of my head, is just $5. And it's a really great way for you guys to go out there and get really good feedback on what it is that you're painting and how you can improve your painting as well. Now, the reason I wanted to reach out particularly to the bolt action community here in Perth is that I know that there's a lot of fantastic painters out there. And I also know that there's a lot of you guys who are kind of on the fence. There's about painting competitions. And I wanted to take a few minutes to sort of talk about my experiences in Iron Signet 2020 and why I think it would be really good for everybody to get involved. Now, if you're somebody who's really good at painting, this competition is going to be awesome for you to cut your teeth and get some expert feedback on what you can do to get better. If you're somebody who doesn't necessarily think they're that good at painting, you're really the people that I want to reach out to and get you guys at this event. The reason is because I still don't think that I'm an awesome, excellent painter out there. I know there's a lot of areas that I can improve, but a lot of the times I'm stuck in kind of what I know are my own mistakes and what I know are my own issues. And so if I can get really good expert feedback, I found that all of the things that I was worried about were actually not the things that the judges were looking for, and were actually not the things that I really needed to work on. And by getting that tailored feedback, I was really able to level up my game and really shift that perspective. And for those of you on the fence go, why would I ever go to a painting competition? The thing is, I was in that boat as well. And I just sort of took that step and was like, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And what the day at Iron Signet 2020 showed me was that I had very wrong perceptions about what a painting competition was. So first and foremost, it was an exhibition. It was an opportunity to meet lots of excellent painters in the state, get in touch with the community at large, and really get involved with those guys and girls. Of course, meet a lot of really great people who are just very passionate about painting, who are really, really into it. And so spending a day talking about hobby with people who love hobby is probably the best way to spend the day. Now, spectator entry is free, as far as I know. And so even if you weren't that inclined to submit something, then you might still want to rock up for the exhibition and just see what's out there and see what's on display. And if you're on the fence and it wasn't able to sway you so far, then at least rock up and spectate and support all of those people who are there. The guys who run the event are a fantastic crew, and it was really awesome meeting them in Iron Signet 2020. So the other really great thing about the way they do their categories and their scoring is that there's not a set number of medals that they hand out. There's not a gold, silver, and a bronze for each of the three categories. They actually judge each piece individually and go, is this piece worthy of a gold medal? Is this piece worthy of a silver medal? Is this one worthy of a bronze? And they actually hand out that many that cross that line. So rather than it being a podium finish of gold, silver, and bronze, it's actually kind of a standard. And so they will draw a line in the sand and go, yep, this is a gold medal entry, so therefore you will go ahead and get a gold medal. And a silver entry, you'll go ahead and get a silver entry and a bronze and a bronze. And unfortunately, if you found that, if they didn't find that you fit in one of those three standards, then you will still actually get good feedback from the judges. I didn't have a medal winning entry in Iron Signet 2020, and I still was able to spend about half an hour, 40 minutes talking to the judges who judged my piece, and they gave me some really, really good feedback. So if you're worried that you're not a gold medal winner, perfect. This is exactly the event for you, because you'll go out there, you'll put your piece forward, you will get judged, as I said, on its own merit, and then you will be actually able to access the judge and get some really good feedback. I found that some of the other competitions that I've entered, and some of the other, having spoken to some of the other guys who've competed in entry, that has been their main limiting factor and improvement, is access to judges and good feedback. And so you're going to get that in swathes at Iron Signet. And so I really just wanted to take a couple of minutes out, reach out to you guys in the bolt action community, because I know that there's a fantastic mob of painters out there. And I also know that there's a couple of guys who really shortchange themselves and think that they're not at that standard. And honestly, I've seen all of the armies that are on display on the tournaments in these last couple of years. And if you pick out a couple of pieces, and really just take that time, or even better, if you actually just put the whole army on display with your display boards. I know there's a few of you out there who've done that already. You've done your display boards for your armies. Submit that as an entry. It's a couple hours out of your day. It's going to cost you $5, and you're going to get some really kick-ass feedback. And I really want to see all of those bolt action armies out there at Iron Signet, because I really think you guys are going to be in it to win it if you submit. I hope to see you guys there. And if you've got any questions, reach out to me or the Iron Signet guys. I'll put all the details in the description text below as well. I'll put all the links out there. If you've got any questions, check them in the comments, DM me or whatever. We're all here, happy to answer those questions for you. Until next time.